Hey everyone in the YouTube world, it's Craig from Flying Wheels. Welcome to my Flying Wheels YouTube channel. If you guys love anything auto related, you have stumbled across the right channel, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Probably down in the corner right here or right here. Last week I posted a video, 3 reasons, let me get rid of this, 3 reasons why you should not own an auto repair shop if you own a car dealership. I went crazy. I love how you guys were reacting, interacting. It was awesome. I really appreciate hearing what you guys have to say. I want to hear your opinions. I want to know what you think, how to better my situation, things that are working for you, things that don't work for you, things that you think that I should do different or that I'm doing correctly. So thank you for all your comments last week in that section, in the comment section. This week is opposite of that video. So this vlog is about owning an auto repair shop and why you absolutely have to. So if you want to see last week's video, wait till the end of this video and you'll see the link for last week's video to catch on. This week is all about why you need to have an auto repair shop if you own a car dealership. So I own a car dealership. You'll see the cars all behind me. I have 3 bays. You'll see those behind me also. I hope I didn't just get you dizzy. Well, today's Monday. Last week's video was, it's so many headaches last week. Owning the auto repair shop is a headache. I'm constantly fixing other people's problems over and over. You fix one, then somebody else shows up, and then you fix that problem. So you're a constant problem solver if you own an auto repair shop. Well, it was getting in the way of me actually being able to repair my own cars, which stops me from being able to sell my own cars. So when I checked my numbers from last year, I noticed that I was making more money than I ever had in the auto repair side, but I was actually making less on the sales side because I was spending so much time focusing on the auto repair side. It was making me neglect the cars that I have for sale. So I wasn't getting them ready in time to sell them. So I wasn't selling as many. So I wasn't buying as many. So it directly reflected my sales negatively. So I said to you guys, what would be a good solution to solve this problem? Number one, I hate fixing cars. I said that in my first video. If you guys have ever seen me, how did I start my car dealership at 23? I don't ever want to be an auto mechanic, a tech. I don't have the patience. I think it takes a very specific person to do so. If you guys are techs, good for you, because I don't have it in me, and you have a skill that I don't even want. It's a very specific person that can do that, and I'm not one of them. So good for you guys if you can do that. However, I do love buying cars. I love owning a business. I love running a business. I love interacting with people. That's the part that I do like about the business. And I especially like driving the cars. That's the perk of the business. I buy what I like and I have fun with them. So I get to have a good time. Well, my 2 options last week, 3 options, were close the auto repair, expand the auto repair, schedule both my cars in with customer cars, and I don't know. I did make a decision, and I'll tell you in just a minute what my decision was. So I own not just an auto repair facility, but we do state inspections. So I am the town mechanic. This building is over 100 years old, and since Model Ts, this has been the town's auto repair shop. So we have people just flood in here every single day. They just come in and we do their service work. Well, I'm going to tell you the benefit of owning an auto repair shop right now. It's being part of your community. So I know, like, if I sell a car, perfect example. I have a customer that I'm repairing their Ranger for tomorrow. Awesome people, great people. They love me, I love them. They're always good to me. They're loyal customers. Well, they bought a car from me 3 years ago. While they were dropping off their Ranger, they were talking about their Grand Cherokee and what a lemon it was because they had to do brakes in it and they had to do tires in it and they've had to do ball joints in it. They've put 70,000 miles on that car, okay, in 3 years. These are all wearable items. So when you sell cars, no matter what, it's always going to be the best it's ever been when you sell that car. Now, 3 years later, 70,000 miles later, obviously they're going to need ball joints, brakes, tires, all these regular items. But because they've had to do all that, they don't see it as a 3-year, 70,000 mile progression. They see it as, I bought this car from you and it needed brakes and it needed ball joints and it needed tires. So that's the downfall of owning the car repairs, the car sales side. The benefit of having an auto repair shop is the personal relationships created. So I sit in my office right in here. I'm going to give you a walkthrough into my office. I sit in my office almost all day, working on the computer, communicating with customers, billing, invoicing, marketing, accounting, everything. So I sit in here and get to chat with customers while they're getting their cars worked on. So if somebody's in here for 25 to 35 to 45 minutes getting a state inspection done, I get to have a one-on-one personal conversation, get to know every single customer. So when I see them at the grocery store on Saturday, hey Mary, how you doing? How's everything going in your car? They know me, they know that I have 3 kids, I know them, we've chatted about their kids, we've chatted about their car or their husband. So we have a lot of one-on-one time with every customer. So they know me by name, I know them typically by their car. So I might not remember Mary's name because I have so many customers, but I know Mary's face and she drives maybe a 14 Honda Pilot. Hey, how's the Pilot doing? Are you due for an oil change yet? When does state inspection come up? So if I see her at the grocery store, I have something to chat about. Well, that's the benefit. I have an amazing amount of customers in town that I absolutely love, and I love having personal relationships with. So when I take my kids to the town fair or the Old Home Days fireworks show, even the restaurant up the street on a Friday night, if I take my wife out to the restaurant on a Friday night, I know a majority of the people, and I walk around like a politician and say hi to everybody because we all know each other on a personal relationship because they come to me and they trust me with their cars, with their lives behind the steering wheel. So it's a great feeling to know that they trust me, and it makes me want to treat them fairly. It makes me want to sell them not what they need and not what I need. So every customer I have, I know, hey, listen, you need wipers, but you don't need this or that. So I don't oversell them on anything. I only sell them what they need when they need it. And I even explain or show why they need it. So this Ranger, ball joints are smoked in it. Bearings are smoked in it. So I brought them in and I show them, hey, your ball joints, I just have to show you because the boots are worn. Their ball joints are non-existent now. And look at how much play you have because of your wheel bearings being loose. This has to be done. It's not safe for you to be driving. They trust me. I showed them why they should trust me, and then I gave them a great price to do so. So even if they go to the guy up the street, they know that I gave them a better price than that guy up the street. Sorry, I had a phone call. One of you guys recommended to turn my phone on airplane mode when I do these vlogs. I will start doing that, I promise. So anyway, if I go to like the Old Home Days or the fireworks, I can bring my kids and introduce my family to the other families in town because I know them all on personal relationships. It's a great feeling, and I love that about owning an auto repair shop. Plus, all those people that have children come to me first when they need a car. So it's win, win, win. It is a headache. I hate fixing cars, but I love the personal relationships that it creates. And then when those people need a car, they trust me with their vehicles, they trust me to do their repairs, they come to me and I can suggest the Beetle, the Focus, the Dart, whatever it might be. The Equinox was a car I sold to a customer. So I create a lot of business off generating those relationships as well. So it is beneficial to have an auto repair shop for your customers. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, when I sell a vehicle, I'm trying to look for an example. Okay, when I buy a vehicle, I bought that Corvette. It needed a window regulator. Window regulator was like $150. Took about an hour to do. So it cost me, let's just round $200. It cost me $200 to the window regulator in that Corvette. Had I subbed it out to a repair shop, that regulator would have been charged retail, so the regulator itself would have been $200, and they easily would have charged me an hour and a half labor. There's another $120. So the markup to subcontract out is going to be more expensive. Sometimes worth it though, because you don't have that headache. Like I just brought a Scion over to the exhaust shop to have them do it. I don't even feel like doing it. I'm busy. I brought it there this morning. They just called me back and told me it's done. It cost me $200. That's probably a lot of money because it was just a flex pipe that they replaced for me. I probably could have done it here, but I had other customers. So I made money off the other customers and subcontract my exhaust work because I don't feel like doing any welding or anything today. Out to the guy, he got it done for me today and it's finished. I wouldn't have had that done today otherwise. So it's worth the money for me to have it done. Now the car is complete. Now I can go detail it tomorrow and have it sold. So I'm delegating responsibility to other places when I need it as well. I am fixing cars for my customers. I did get that window regulator done myself today, so that saved me a couple $100 there. So that's the second reason you need an auto repair shop if you own a car dealership, so you can fix your own cars. Every single car I buy, I mean, when you're starting small, 1, 2, 3 cars, if you can't fix it on your own, delegate it, subcontract it out, have the professionals do it. If you can do it, you'll save tons if you can do it on your own. If you're too busy, hire somebody else or sub it out, okay? But I've said this 1,000 times, buy your time. Pay people for what they're good at. I am not good at auto repair. I can do it, but I'm not great at it. I can find people that are better than me to do it. Sales, I'm a great salesman. There are people far better than I am. So I hire somebody to do what I might not be here to do or might not want to do on a day when I'm not in a great mood. So all those things, hire somebody to do a job better than you can. You don't want people that are less than you. You want people that are better than you, and that's going to make your team and your business better. Number 3. What is number 3? Let me think here. Okay, here is where I'm going with this one. Last week, my decisions were close the auto repair shop, grow the auto repair shop, rent the auto repair shop. Well, I don't want to have somebody renting, even though it's easy. I can have him do all my repairs for me too. Well, as he grows, he's going to need more space on my lot, taking up property, taking up real estate for me to have where I have cars to sell. So that's not beneficial for me. It would be great for me to not have to worry about the auto repair side, and then when I need something fixed, I just send it over to him. But if I'm getting a reduced rate, I am not going to be a priority when another customer has some work done. So I take the back seat, so my cars are still not getting finished. Then I have the liability of having him here, possibly stealing my stuff, possibly falsifying inspection stickers, possibly using my accounts when I need them and not telling me, so then I'm paying for his parts. There's a lot of liability having somebody else run a business inside of my business. And is he running it right? If he's not running it right, then all the customers and relationships I've built, he could very easily burn. So I did not choose to go that route. I did, however, we talked about maybe scheduling my jobs in between the other jobs every 2 weeks. I have been pushing people out about 2 weeks to schedule my work in, and it has been beneficial for me. But even still, I'm getting so many customers dropping off cars that I'm doing their cars. Another was raise the rates. Clearly, it's time to raise the rates on everything. I am too cheap to be doing work at the caliber and speed and rate and everything that we're doing. It's a lot of money to run a business. So I did increase our rate time, our labor time, and then the other thing I did is be more efficient. So number 3 is efficiency. I took a good hard look. I stepped back, I looked around, and really said to myself, what do I need to do? This is the example right here. Look at this bay. I'm going to walk you in here. I have my Nissan Silvia here. I have my Mach 1 right here that's been sitting here for a year and a half. I have almost 2 years. I have all the parts to the Mach 1 lining the wall. I have wheels and tires over there. I have parts over here. I have parts everywhere taking up 2.5 bays. This is real estate. This is money. I could rent this bay out. I could be having cars here. I could be having a detail guy in here. So just this bay alone is costing me a year and a half's worth of storage. Even if I just charged people money to store their cars in there, it's making me more money than what I'm doing with it right now. So I say efficiency. I want to show you one more thing. I looked in my farthest bay the other day, and I had so much junk piled up in the corner that it was almost taking an entire car area's worth. Like I could have fit the Beetle in this corner over here. I had so much stuff in this bay that I could have fit a whole other car right here. So we went through it. I emptied and cleared this entire section out. I cleared my rack. I cleaned the floor. I threw a dumpster's worth of stuff that I don't need, that I've just been collecting over the years, out. And I made more space. Why did I make more space, you might ask? Well, the reason I made more space is for efficiency. I hired, and I've had him on the back burner for a long time. Hiring a good employee in general is extremely difficult. You're putting all your trust and all your faith in people that don't care about anything as much as you do. And like I said, you want people to do what you're not good at, find your faults, or find people that are better than you at certain things. I've had a great guy on the back burner for quite a while now. I called him, and my hesitation was that I didn't have enough space for 2 mechanics, a detailer, and a tech, a detailer, and another person, one in each bay, or that bay's full right now, so it would be 2 in one bay, 1 in another. There's just not enough space. So efficiency, I went through and wiped it out. This week I'm going to clean that bay with the 240 and with the Mustang, and I'm going to create another 2.5 bays for someone to work in. So I'm going to have so much more space that I'll actually be making more money just through efficiency and working and having room to move around in. Which leads me to my next point. I took a good long look. Am I growing or am I dying? In business, you're either growing or you're dying. If you're stale, you're dying. So I looked and I said, I'm making my sales. I have good relationships in town with the problem. My biggest problem is that people are dropping off cars without me marketing. My biggest problem is that people are bringing me business. That's my biggest problem. That's a great problem to have. And a bunch of you have even said that to me. So why do I want to close down a viable, valuable business that's monetized, that's making me money, to supplement another business? Well, I don't. You want to keep growing. That's the idea, right? I've said it 1,000 times. Slow and steady, calculated growth is key. And that's what I do. That's my key to success, slow and calculated growth. And clearly, one business is growing, and unfortunately, it's taking away from the other business. So you have to delegate. You have to find ways to manage and have people fill in the positions where you're lacking. So hiring a tech to fill in that other bay now focuses my two entities. Like I said in the previous video, I have two entities. Flying Wheels sells cars, Auto Experts fixes cars. So my solution to my problem is finding a tech to work specifically for Auto Experts. He's clean, he's friendly, he's knowledgeable. When customers come, he can greet them. He can run Auto Experts on the back end while I run it on the front end. Eventually, I'd like him to be billing and doing all the, he could do ordering for me for Auto Experts and take all that stress off my back. Meanwhile, I can have the other guy do Flying Wheels, and Flying Wheels can have all their cars fixed. And one person worries about Flying Wheels, and one person worries about Auto Experts and does their customers, and everything is gold. Why? Why do I want to do this? Like I said, growing. You're either growing or you're dying. I looked at my Auto Experts numbers, and I'll give you my numbers. I did $160,000 in auto repair sales last year without even trying. It's $160,000, and it's grown consistently every single year since I actually started doing auto repair. Well, if I could actually focus on auto repair, generally you'll make about 33%. 33% goes to parts, 33% goes to the house, which is salary and cost of doing business, and a third typically goes to profit. So I'm laying on the table, if I say 150, I'm leaving on the table $50,000 that I should get every year. So if I had just shut down that bay, no more outside service, I would be giving away $50,000 in annual income. Do you want $50,000 less money every year? Heck no, I don't want that. So why close down a business that's making an extra $50,000 in my pocket a year to supplement the other business if I could run both more efficiently? Is it worth the headache? We'll find out. Stay tuned and we'll know later on. But as of now, I actually have time to work on my Eagle Talon. I have time to work on my 240SX. I have time to get my Mach 1 going. All these things that have been sitting, taking up, like I said, real estate that costs money, I now have time to work on. And I have time to delegate bigger jobs to other people. The Tundra's needed a rear end for 2 months. It's been sitting there. Haven't had time. Now, with 2 people, I can delegate. That is Flying Wheels' job. Mr. Flying Wheels, you fix that one so Mr. Auto Experts can fix the customers' cars in town. I still have a great name in town. I can still have a good relationship with all my customers that I really enjoy seeing. Win, win, win. So just to give you an example for the day, it's Monday. We're leaving. The day is over. I had not a single customer come by to look at cars for sale. I have had a few calls, but no one has come by. Test drives, no one has come by. I barely received even any phone calls about cars for sale. However, I did 3 state inspections today. I did a $700+ job on wheel bearings and ball joints on a Ranger. So I grossed a pretty decent amount of sales in one day for auto repair and 0 for auto sales. So you can see how the auto repair supplements the slow times for auto sales. There are seasons. It's a seasonal business with auto sales. July is a slow month typically, December is a slow month typically, and the auto repair will supplement and keep the business running on those times when business is slow. So today's a good example of that. So 3 reasons why you need to have an auto repair shop. 3 reasons why you need to continue growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. Slow and calculated growth will help grow your business, and that's how I'm doing it. So far, it has worked. That's everything. That's all my knowledge for the day, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If it was helpful at all, do me a favor, subscribe to that little box here or here. Hit the bell down below so you get notifications every time I make a new video. I'll see you in the next one. Adios. Hey, so perfect example just now. The truck behind me, he was pumping gas next to me at the gas pump. I knew him as a customer. He's a good customer of mine. He comes to me, his daughter comes to me, his wife comes to me, all individually. Well, I saw him when I pulled up. So as I'm pumping gas, I yelled over to him, "Hey, you look better in the Corvette." So he looked over to see who I was and thanked me for taking care of his daughter the other day when his daughter came over. She needed some work on her Jeep Liberty. I did bearings for her and brakes for her and a state inspection. So he thanked me personally. Then he talked about how much he loves our shop and how he always comes to us and wouldn't go anywhere else. So it's stuff like that that really is gratifying for that job. And then as he left, he said, "Hey, thanks, Craig. I'll see you later." So he knows me by name. He's a good customer of mine. And, you know, it's people helping people. I help him I help him stay safe. I help him by having confidence in me that he can just send his daughter down and know that she's not going to get taken advantage of. He can do the same with his wife. And then he knows me by name. So it's like that, everybody likes to have a guy. I got a guy. Oh, send my stuff to Craig. I got a guy. He's a good guy. He'll take care of you. Stuff like that will go miles and miles and miles with your customers. And I love having that name in town. But not only that, I love seeing people at the gas station in town and having them know me by name and me knowing that he drives a Corvette and I can say hi to him and tell him about his Corvette. It's stuff like that that is gratifying and makes me enjoy the job. Well, I guess it's turned into chatting in cars with Craig. You know the game. What am I driving? This is the tough one. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to get this one. I don't even want to give you any hints because I don't want to make it easy for you. You guys always get it. What am I driving today? Comment down below.